welcome back to the channel, and I hope you've been your beautiful selves today. So, for today's video, I'm going to be looking at my favorite palette that I got last year. So let's get into that right now. I think it comes to no surprise that my all-time favorite palette that I got from the year 2020 was the Tropical Vibes palette and collection from Revlon and Ashley Graham. You could buy it on Amazon. I'm not sure if it's still available on Amazon. I'll put a little note up here somewhere if you can still buy it, but it was a limited edition collection. So I did post a makeup review on this, and it has like the perfect right amount of shimmers and mattes in here, and essentially it just allowed you to bring the beach with you wherever you went. Like, even though it's winter right now, it's summer on your eyeballs, okay? So for today, we're just gonna take a look back into this, and we're gonna make an eye look with it. So let's get started with our eyeballs. Hi there! So I brought you in a little bit closer to my eyes because we're gonna get started here. Yay! So the first thing I'm going to do is take this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in a satin finish. The color is Light Sand, and we're going to use this to actually just prime our eyelids. I don't want to put any primer on there, but I want to go ahead and have like a nice base of concealer on my eyeballs, so it helps pop the colors. Even though this palette, it really doesn't need that little extra help. I'm just doing it because I can. So basically, we're just going to take this and we're just going to lightly dab on our eyelid here, going all the way up. We don't need very much. And you just start to slowly drag it out, like so, until the entire eyelid is covered. Alright, so now that that's done and I have a little bit of a base on my eyelid, I am probably going to start us off. I don't think I really want to go super dark today, so we're going to go with this color right here, and we're going to put that into our crease, and what we're going to do is we're going to blend it outward for a smudge look, just so when I put on the other colors, like, we can still see that little bit of an eye color in there. So I am just going to go in with a little bit of a fluffy brush here. We're going to dab into our palette, like so. And then we're going to pop this into our crease and blend it outwards. I do recommend upward strokes when you blend, because you never really want to blend downward, because you don't want to look like you got hit in the eyeball, and that's kind of what happens if you start to blend downwards instead of upwards instead. I don't know, it's really odd. Alright, now that we have the first color on here, we're going to go in with, we're probably going to go in with a little bit of a shimmer shade for right here. And we're going to also blend that upward just to blend all the colors in, make it look even better. I'm going to go with this sand color here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this color and pop it right here, and we're going to blend it out like so. Alright. So we're dabbing into the light sandy color here. Okay, got it on the brush. And we're just going to pop this in here and slowly work some magic. Filling it in, and then we're going to drag it out like this. Now that's not as much as I would like, so I am going to go back in, and I'm going to start patting it a little bit higher So this just slowly blends into the crease part. So I'm going to go ahead and start patting it in, like so. Turning the brush over because there's more product on that side. Yes, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it so much. And you can see the glitter on camera. Aw, that makes me happy. But I am going to go in one more time just to add a little bit more to it because it's subtle, but I want more. I mean, you can never complain with more, right? Right? I'm just gonna keep going up, like so. Flip the brush over, and drag it out. Alright, okay, yes, that's so much better. Let me clean this up a little bit here, because I noticed that it's a little bit blocky right there. Okay, there we go. So that's much better. So we started with that thin little line, and we blended it outwards, and we patted the second time around just to fill in the gaps and spread it further out into the crease. And then we saw a little bit of blocking right here, and so we just blended it inwards to make everything a little bit cleaner, and it looks a lot better. And guys, we only have 2 colors on our eyeballs, and it looks magnificent already. So now that you have a small angled or lip liner brush like so, we're actually going to dip into the darkest brown shade here, and we're actually going to line our eyelid with that, smudge it out a tiny bit so it gives us that little bit of a shadow look, if I do say so myself. You don't need that much. And remember that small strokes are probably the best way to go here, and just being careful and slow with it will make it look better. Blink it out and look at that. So it looks actually really pretty. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks really pretty. And I'm very excited for that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do that same technique, and we're going to bring it from our outer corner here and dab it out. And we're going to give ourselves like a tiny bit of a fake eyeliner look, because y'all know me and liquid liners or pencil liners. I hate them. I dislike them. Well, that's a strong word. That's a strong word, but it's just, you know, it's... Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn our face, and we're just going to pull down right here just so I can see where the edge of my eye line is. And what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it around, right? So the feathery part, the tapered bit right here, is going to be the part that you're going to dab first up against your waterline on your eye. So it just gives you a tiny fake wing look here, and just keep dabbing it. And so now we have the start of a fake wing look, and literally you just want to keep that line straight, and it will look like eyeliner. It's very easy to do with eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is probably the best form of making a winged eyeliner look. So we're just gonna keep bringing it back. Well, yeah, look at that. Nice, tiny, perfect. But now we're going to flip the brush around, and we're going to start from the end of this and slowly bring it into our outer eye here, just a tiny bit. So again, stamping. I'm just going to stamp a little further down, slightly drag and pat in. So now we've got that beautiful, beautiful eye look right there. So what you're going to do is you're going to dip back into whatever dark shade you're using with your eyeliner, and you're going to fill in just a tiny little bit of gaps that you have with that winged look. Now, you can bring this out further if you want to. So what you could do is you can go ahead and dab further onto your eye. So there's more on your eyelid just to kind of make it look, you know, somewhat like this, but bigger, bolder, beautiful. But I love the way this looks. Like, that's probably my best eyeliner I've ever done. So now, additionally, what we are going to do is we're going to take a small fluffy brush, if I can find one. Here we go. We're going to take this fluffy brush and we're going to dab very, very, very lightly into this shimmer shade right here. And we're just going to, see, barely got any on there because I did it very lightly. We're just going to go down. And we're just going to bring it out a little bit here. So it's not entirely like, oh, it's all right there. But instead, it's all around the beautiful eye. And look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And I love the way that has turned out. It's very like neutral kind of looking and very simple and beautiful. And I am going to repeat all of these steps on the other eye and I will be right back. Alright, so both eyes are done right now, but very quickly we're going to finish this off. That's right. We're not going to use any foundation or anything crazy like that. It's going to be all about the eye area. So obviously that means we got to do some brows. So I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil Kit here. I'm going to open up this end with the brush very quickly, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to brush out our eyebrows. Kind of into the shape that we already have, but just a little bit sharper. This is for those of us that cannot afford to go get our eyebrows like scissored off. What is that? Where they like do the line thing with a thread. Threading for the eyebrows. They go and shape it. So this is just gonna give us like a little bit extra help with our Bushman eyebrows. I don't know if you guys have Bushman eyebrows, but I do. So I'm just stroking the brush forward and then sliding it back, trying to get them all together here, and then it tapers off at the end. However, my eyebrows are sisters and not twins. One is highly bushier than the other. That's because when I was younger, I let my cousin just go ahead and do whatever she wanted to my eyebrows, and she just plucked in all the wrong areas. Okay, so we've opened up the other end. We're going to unscrew this a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to start from the outside in, because that is where my eyebrows are the thinnest and where I really want to like have a point to and be like, hey, my eyebrow has hair. Please trust me. So we're just going to take right here and we're just going to slowly go back, small slow strokes at first, just so I can see where the start of the line is going to be. So we're just going to start right here, a nice thin line, and then you just bring it back into the eyebrows here. Small, slow strokes. That seems awfully big for some reason. So we're just gonna go a little bit more here. And that looks better to me. Continue to draw in here. Alright. Whew, that is a very big eyebrow. I have no idea what's going on there, but we're going to try with the other one and see if we could make things look better or, you know, worse. Alright, with much needed cleanup work, it looks a little bit better, but my eyebrow shapes are different from each other. Like, this one has more of an arc because I can do that, because, you know, I can. And this one's, you know, just more flat and round and sad. So we're going to go in with our volume plumping e.l.f. mascara here, just to lightly shake the edges of our eyelashes here, just to give them a little bit more life to them. Bring you life, my dear. Alright, so this is the eye look complete today. I feel like it turned out very well. It's very beautiful. And it's very easy to do. There's not a lot to this. I think we only have 3 shades on our eyelids, and we have really decent looking eyeliner, if I do say so myself, and you don't really have to worry about it smudging off onto your fingers, and you have inky black mess on your fingers, which happens a lot. But anyways, this is my favorite palette from 2020. It's easy to use, has a lot of pigment in it. You don't really have to dab all that much into it. The payoff is just beautiful, worth it. And if you can still buy it from Amazon, I would totally try to go ahead and get yourself some of it. But anyways, that's it from me. And remember, guys, to stay your beautiful selves. And I will see you guys and talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!